Why would you not tell me? I could have hurt you! Yeah, I could have fucking killed you! Stab you in the heart and then game over, man! Hey internet, it's Jessica and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon Karma's Root. And fucking in the last episode, I can't believe I got the bad ending, so I'm here, I did everything all over again, made sure I got all the proper choices, and I'm pretty sure we got the good ending. So let's see what happens now. The beast stands behind me, its back to me. I stand in its shadow and I realize if I turned around, it could swat at me, just like the rest of its victims. But it's just standing there. Together? The beast says nothing more, though I feel on edge. There's something oddly familiar about this. Klaude told me once before it would be better to fight back to back. I will trust you for now, whatever you are. Does she really not know that's Klaude? I do not understand if it understands me, but I hope. It really seems like more human than any kind of animal. Princess, get away! The beast, it will— The knight never finishes its sentence as the beast sends flying it through the air. Why is it helping me? The knights fall like dominoes to the beast, but manages to remain still when they strike at them with the sword. Even just trying to take one down is hard. These men have been trained for years. I haven't even had the luxury of a year. Out of the corner of my eye, I sense movement. I see a gleaming of silver, and hear a grunt of a sword raising into the air. The sword is no more reaching but me. But the beast! Aim to kick an approaching knight before whirling around to look at the beast. The oncoming sword comes closer to the beast, explodes back, and I know the beast will not be able to dodge in time. Move! I shot past the creature and catch the sword's knight on its own before it can harm the beast. My arms are shaking underneath its strength of the impact between our swords. I feel like my arms are going to give out. The flash of light appears, so bright that everyone temporarily is blinded. Is it Delora? Or Waltz? I stumble back, rubbing my eyes. From the sound of it, it's the beast continuing to drive back at the knights, most of them shouting on the other to retreat. What was that? When I'm finally able to see again, my eyes automatically land on my feet. I stare in shock. Oh, it's her! Glass slippers? I quickly reach up to my pendant and realize it's no longer there. I completed 3 good deeds? Lucette, it knows my name? I look around and realize that the beast and I are alone. The knights have fled. Did the beast drive the rest of them? I feel at pressure at the back and I realize the beast is touching me. My first instinct was to run, but the words it utters next paralyzes me. You okay? Every word sounds breathless in pain, like it takes too much to speak. It's worried about me? I watched in shock as the beast appears to gesture towards my shoes. You did it. I step back warily. What are you? The beast reached out and something glimmers in its palm, and it's in its hand. Oh my god, I just keep thinking about the bad ending! The rose locket! A few moments and my heart pummels into my stomach and my hands begin to quiver. What did you do to Klaude? The beast's shadow fingers curls over in the locket even as it stares to me. I gave that locket to Klaude! The beast only stares at me for a few moments longer, and then suddenly I realize that his words, nothing more than pain growl, do not hold any malice. I gave that locket to— You? The beast slowly nods. I grasp my sword and loosen it as I stare at him in shock, realizing the realization dawns on me. Klaude? Yes. So this is your secret? Why would you not tell me? I could have hurt you! Yeah, I could have fucking killed you! Stab you in the heart and then game over, man! Klaude is another form, a cursed form, and he never told me. Why? My mind whirls. I feel everything coming together like pieces of a puzzle. If I could speak on them, I would, but I can't. Lucette, I wish I could explain. You would hate me, or more accurately, you'd be afraid of me. All those times Klaude was clutching his chest. You were touching your tattoo so many times before, like you were in pain. The beast growls, the sound surprisingly soft, almost a sigh. Curse. Then the tattoo was a warning. The first time that I saw the tattoo was a beautiful rose. The second time had more thorns. When the thorns became ensnared in thorns, did he transform? And he always touched his tattoo when he came close to me. Klaude, your curse did not just make others fall in love with you. It stopped you from loving anyone too, didn't it? Oh, yeah, so I was right. So if he falls in love with someone, it backfires on him. He mentioned that woman before, the only one he thought he loved him, but didn't. Is it possible that she saw him for his form and was terrified of him? If you loved anyone, you would turn into a beast. You loved a woman once, but she only loved you because of your curse. The minute you transformed, she was scared of you. Wasn't she? Yes. He sounds so pain. The reason Klaude has been trying to hide from everything from me is because he's scared that I would have feared him. That is why beauty has always been so important to him. His curse cast upon him to make him beautiful and a beast. I wanted you to love me. Oh no! But no one could love a beast. His words are dwindling, almost sounding like he's being suffocated on the inside, with how slowly he's speaking. Klaude, I never cared much about appearances. People have worn masks on their face their whole lives around me. Klaude, I take a deep breath and face him. I will love you, no matter what form you take. I drop my sword to the ground and make my way towards him. I rest my cheek on his chest and wrap my arms around him. I love you. Yay! The room is filled with a bright but gentle light. It almost feels like I'm bathing in sunlight. For a few moments I forget my worries. Everything feels blissful and quiet, and my heart feels full. Then moments later, I feel warm around my waist. Oh my god. I love you too, Lucette. Oh my god, please! Yes! Oh god! The warmth that is still there too, but now I feel immediately on my skin, and I realize it's because of Klaude's hugging me. Not a beast, but as a man. Did I break his curse? Then I realized for the first time that Klaude has ever touched me for a long period of time without abruptly moving away. Tentatively, I move my hands, feeling the fabric of his shirt and then warmth underneath it. Klaude. Before I can finish the sentence, my lips are sealed. I feel Klaude's lips on mine, only briefly, but it's long enough to make me suddenly feel faint. He pulls away from me with a brilliant smile. I've always wanted to do that. Ah, yeah, we saved him! Oh my god, I'm so happy! Holy shit, okay. Lucette, you're blushing. If I could, I would kiss you again, but we have some urgent things to attend to. The reality of the situation begins to seep back into me. My father, Vark, Alcaster, they're all still in the throne room. The king! Let's go, Lucette. Shit. Alright, here we go. When Klaude and I rush into the room, my attention is immediately grabbed by the king calling my name. Lucette! He is still bound to the throne, though he is gagged to remove. A rush of relief floods thought of me. He's alive! He's alive and he remembers me! Because you broke your curse! My gaze is onto the two men battling at the base of the throne, their swords locked together in a stalemate. Alcaster and... Fritz! It is him, right? What happened? What has happened here? This is not how you gain power! I knew you'd be thrown to my side in the moment I concocted this plan. Where's Vark? The only one here is me, and I will... Fritz's concentration slips as his eyes land on me. The opening is small, but it's enough to give Alcaster the opportunity he needs. Watch out! Klaude is already running toward help, but even he is too slow. Alcaster disarms Fritz before driving his sword. What? What? Fritz dies? What? Alcaster disarms Fritz before driving his sword through Fritz's chest. What the fuck? I knew somebody else was gonna die! What? Alcaster throws a sword. You kill your own son. What a bitch. Like, this guy sucks. Alcaster pulls a sword from Fritz's chest, just fast enough to deflect Klaude's attack. As Klaude drives at Alcaster away from the throne, I rush to Fritz where he collapsed onto the ground. His eyes already growing glassy. Fritz! I lean over him. There's so much blood. I glare at Alcaster. How could you do this to your own son? Anyone in my way will meet my sword. Blood does not matter. Klaude, you fucking kill this asshole, please! Princess! I turn back to Fritz in alarm, tears in my eyes. Fritz, hold on! Don't speak, you need to conserve your energy! Princess, I'm sorry. Fritz, please don't speak. I feel bitter tears stinging my eyes. I'm sorry. No! He's dead! What? So either freaking Karma dies or Fritz dies in this room. What kind of bullshit is this? Man, I'm so fucking pissed. I watch the light seep from Fritz's eyes. I pull my hand to his chest to feel a heartbeat, but Fritz's body is still. Fritz! I glance up to the sound of Klaude at the far side of the room, struggling to get on his feet. Lucette, watch out! I turn, but I am not fast enough. I see Alcaster's sword raised high in the air, and I know it will reach me before I can pick up my sword. The sword falls from Alcaster's hand as a bright red ribbon of light twines around the hilt and drags it far from reach. I turn to see Delora. Oh god. Delora is standing from the distance, Jordan, Garland, and Waltz standing behind her. I'm afraid your performance as the king has been incredibly disappointing. Jordan and Garland move together, rushing Alcaster from the same side. I see Klaude moving from the other side, quiet and lethal. Princess! Waltz and Delora rush over to me as the fighting continues. Alcaster has remained reclaimed his sword and is trying to evade the attacks from the 3 different swords at once. The king! Waltz nods to me, his gaze lingering on Fritz as the expression becomes solemn. He walks up to the throne while Delora leans beside me. Delora shakes her head, and then all I need to know is that there's nothing more to be done. Oh, what the fuck? Why do you have to kill Fritz? He wasn't fucking here this entire time and then he just fucking dies. Oh my god. We will make sure he is properly honored, but for now, we need to get out of here. What about Ophelia? Waiting for us somewhere safe, I constructed a shield around her that will keep her hidden from view and any harm until we return. Were we meant to bring the royal family to the Martian first? Not while we're missing the king. Besides, plans change when magical beasts start rampaging in the castle. Princess! I turned to look to Alcaster, who is somewhat managing to scream my name despite the fact that he's being quickly overwhelmed. Princess, we could have worked together! Oh, fuck off! You killed your own son! If you were more like your mother, we could have ruled the grace, beauty, and fear. I flinched back at Delora's hand and come resting in my forearms, her grip steadying. That's enough. I looked up to see the king that has stopped to stand beside me. To my surprise, the king rests his gentle hand on my shoulder. His eyes soften as he looks at me. Lucette, we have a lot to talk about, but right now I have something I must do. I nod mutely and I watch the king draw his sword. Yes! Kill this asshole! God damn it! He makes his way to Alcaster. Durin and Garland and Klaude step back from where they have forced Alcaster onto one knee. You are a traitor, locking in any honor, Alcaster. You are the one that locked honor. A ruler must have people beneath his A ruler must lead people, not suffocate them. His oath as king is to protect them. You are no king, Alcaster. For your crimes, I find you guilty and incapable of rehabilitation. The sentence of severity of your crimes is death. The king raises his sword, and I turn and wait as he strikes down the sword. There's no sound or scream to follow. I turn once more to see that the king has pointed his sword at Alcaster's chest, but has not killed him. What? You will stay in the prisons until for the time your trial comes. Though you might not try to refute these claims, you'll be tried as a traitor to this kingdom, and you will be executed. Alcaster's shoulders fall. The glare never leaves his face, not even when the guard seizes him and drags him from the room. The king immediately sends Durin and Garland out to deal with any knights that are still part of the coup. Delora and Klaude help with moving Fritz's body, while Waltz tries his best to fill the king in on the most basic points of our successful operation. What the fuck? I don't like that. Why did Fritz have to die? The hell? Everything has died down a little bit over in the last hour, but I still feel overwhelmed. I glance at Waltz and the king, who are still speaking. Every time I see the king, he looks at me. He flashes an uncertain smile before glancing away. I know he wants to speak with me, but I will talk with him after. After I can get Fritz's body out of my mind. It's my fault he died, wasn't it? He saw me and stumbled. Hey, princess. What are you doing here? Here, I thought you'd change. But you got some feistiness in you, don't you? Many years ago, when the war ended, we were all faced with a feeling just like this, princess. We lost so much, and the future seemed so grim. But now it's different. You have a future. You broke your curse, princess. That gives you some kind of hope. And in addition, you broke Karma's. Memories of Claude's arm around me and his lips on mine coming to fly back into my foggy mind. My heart still feels tight, but a little lighter when I think about him. I wish he was here right now. How did I break Claude's curse? Klaude, I don't think I'll ever get used to his real name. Seems like he hasn't told you yet. I guess it's been pretty hectic. So Klaude turned into a beast because he loved me? Well, I guess I could give you the laydown of his curse. Stop! Desist! Delora has not even started to speak when Klaude runs into the room, gasping as if he's running through the halls. Curse? Are you speaking of my curse? There's no way he heard us talking in the hallway, is there? Even I feel at a loss for words right now. I sense that you might be talking about me. The princess was just asking about your curse. Oh? Then I was right to come running. And here I was guessing at what you might be talking about. Claude's curse was based off the fairy tale, The Beauty and the Beast. Klaude easily finishes his sentence. Delora holds up her hands as if in surrender. So eager to steal the spotlight. Well, you are talking about me, after all. You always told me that your curse was just the beauty curse, though. Well, yes, because the other half was a little difficult to explain, wasn't it? He has a point, though I think he might have been able to save us all with some trouble if he hadn't been so secretive about his curse. Honestly, even if, Lucette never fell in love with him, like, from the beginning. If he just said, I turn into a beast at some point. He didn't have to say, like, if I fall in love with someone. He's like, part of my curse, I turn into a beast. I really don't think Lucette would be scared of him. Seriously, I really don't. He really must have been scared that I would shun him. Allow me to explain, princess. In the fairy tale, a prince of a kingdom is transformed into a beast because his heart is cold as ice. Sounds familiar to a certain icy princess, eh? Just trying to lighten the mood. Klaude sighs. I would call Lucette something far more flattering, like my sweet beloved. We were talking about your curse. Oh, right. Well, anyway, the witch who cursed the prince in the tale tells him that he has to learn to love and be loved before the petals of the rose completely fall off. A rose? Yes. She gives him a rose, and he keeps it protected under glass. Some time passes and the rose continues to wither away. A maid finds the beast and eventually the two fall in love. At the end of the tale, she confesses her love to the beast and he transforms back into a human. By confessing, I saved you? But his curse was different from the tale. I know what you're thinking, that my curse is somewhat different. It was more complicated. The witch made it so that I was both Beauty and the Beast. She said it suited me because I was so vain. The witch constructed a very roundabout curse. Any woman who falls for me falls in love with me as the Beauty. When I transform into the beast, the enchantment would break, and then it would become terrified of me. I doubt Klaude ever thought he would break his curse. The love woman felt for him while he was cursed was always fake. How could that kind of love hold strong when he turns into a beast if it was never true to begin with? Then came along the princess. I bet he just given up hope when he was waiting for you to dispel the curse on your birthday. But now here you both are. But the ice princess in love? What a miracle. I turn away embarrassed. It's not a miracle. I'm very glad I met you, Lucette. Lady Delora, words are truth. I just had given up hope. I had never had any hope of breaking my curse. I had thought that the only way to fix it would be to have you dispel it on your birthday. But then I came to know you and he fell in love. A fairy tale indeed. You started out frowning at everyone and everything. You've come a long way, princess. Congratulations, you turn out to be a pretty okay princess. And you turn out to be a pretty okay witch. Yes! Do my ears deceive me? A compliment from our little witch? Oh yeah, she's a witch too! You look so surprised. But you'll be the new bearer of our crystal real soon, princess. I expect good things from you. Right, I almost forgot about that part. I'll try my best. Yet another miraculous proclamation from the little witch. Will the surprises never cease? Before I can snap at Delora again, the king awkwardly interjects, coming to stand next to us with Waltz by his side. Pardon the intrusion. Not at all, your majesty. Oh, this is awkward. Waltz told me that you were cursed. That's why I forgot about you. Yes? Even if it was by a curse, I feel terrible that such thing could have ever happened. So, I will make it up to you. We can catch up from where we were many, many years ago, and maybe things can be different. I'm sorry. For what? For being the way that I was before. For shunning Ophelia and her children. Oh, Ophelia. Did they bring her back from the Martian? Ophelia is still here. After the fighting was over, she was shown back to her room. She is waiting for Ron and Emmeline to return. Now, would you maybe be willing to tell me the story from the beginning? Perhaps I can fill the gaps, your majesty. Klaude? The king looks startled when he stares at Klaude. He blinks as if he just noticed his presence. Oh, and you are? Klaude elegantly bows before the king. I am Prince Klaude of Brigantia. A pleasure to finally meet you, your majesty. The lost prince? The king turns to me with a puzzled look. It's a long story. Klaude surprises me by wrapping an arm around my shoulder and pulling me closer to him. Everyone looks shocked, except for Delora, who looks like she's trying not to laugh. As the princess's lover, oh my god! I feel it is my obligation to help her explain this whole mess. What the hell, Klaude? I feel my face getting hotter at Klaude's sudden proclamation. All their eyes are now on me, and I suddenly feel like I'm hiding myself. Only Klaude would be so bluntly to say a thing. The king looks more shocked than anything. When did this happen? Well, your majesty, I think we better start from the beginning. He's just like, what the fuck? We were able to tell the king everything, save for when Varg had disappeared too. No one was sure where he had gone for all the chaos. The knight searches for him, but ended in failure. I'm telling you, Varg is Fritz, okay? Does he have like a Phantom of the Opera thing? Like, I don't even know what's going on. A lot of explaining has been done, not just from the king, but also from the people at the tavern. As soon as everything has calmed down, Rod and Emmeline finally went back to the palace. I apologized for them as best as I could, and they all seem willing to try again with me. And I'm willing to try again too. As for Klaude, so you're going back? Are you sure you don't want to come to Brigantia with me? Just for a short holiday? I will have nothing more than to introduce you to my family. Mother would shower you with gifts. Father would, well, tease you probably. He makes jokes frequently. And Llama? What did you say, Llama? He has a pet llama? My brother Llama. What? What? Another Ackerman. We're Karma and Llama. What the hell? We're Karma and Llama. Does your father do these things on purpose? I told you he likes jokes. My brother's real name is Lance. I was going to bring you back to introduce the two of you. And you could tell my little brother how very charming. Is it just my imagination, or is there a glimmer of competition in his eyes? As much as I would like to meet your family, you have your own obligations here. And you need to let your family know that you are safe and alive. But the thought of being separated from you. Klaude sighs before he leans down and plants a kiss on my forehead. I'll miss you. You won't be gone that long. Well, that's not what you're supposed to respond. You're supposed to say, my sweet prince, I'll miss you too. Fine, I'll miss you too, maybe. Klaude raises an eyebrow at me and then smiles. I'll be back for your birthday. I love you, Lucette. Aww. It's only been a few weeks since Klaude left, but I'm impatient. The king has been throwing grand dinners every night in preparation for my birthday, but I can hardly concentrate on anyone else when I am thinking of Klaude. I told him about all the smaller birthday celebrations. I thought he would be here for them. My birthday's in a few days. When will he come back? I have tried to make myself busy, mainly by continuing my sword practices with Jern and Garland, who have both rejoined the Order of Galadriel. Every time I am around the knights, I think of Fritz. Oh my god, why did he have to die? I shall bring some new flowers tomorrow. If Klaude would just return already, we could go pay our respects together. Hello, Lucette, my love, my sunshine, my beautiful betrothed. Klaude? I shake my head trying to gather my thoughts. First of all, you did not knock. Second, we are not engaged. We may as well be, don't you think? At the very least, knock before you come in. Still worried I would come in on you in the middle of changing? Would you have minded so terribly? Yes? It's worth saying those things to you just to make you blush. Well, why are you even here? His arrival is so sudden and I have absolutely no time to prepare. Klaude sighs dramatically. You didn't want me back here? No, I mean, you didn't even write to say you were back today. I just wasn't expecting you. I did say we'd be back for your birthday. I am a man of my word. Should I have stayed out longer? No, of course not. I grumble as Klaude walks over to my bed, grinning. Whoa! He sits down next to me and wraps an arm around my waist, pulling me closer. I let out a sigh and lean my head on his shoulder. It is a startling contrast of what it used to be. Before, if I touched him, he would flinch and turn away from me. Now he's always right next to me. Klaude's whole body seems to relax when I tentatively wrap my arms around him and hug him back. I knew you would miss me, but it's really terrible being away from you. But you enjoy the time with your family? I did, and my brother was very frustrated that I spoke about you almost every hour of the day. How could you have that much to say about me? Oh, I felt like I didn't have enough time of the list of all your virtues. I nudged him with my arm, but he just grins at me. A glint from Klaude's pocket catches my eye. I flush proudly when I notice the rose locket. Looking at the locket makes me think back to the night when he transformed back into the prince. Lost in thought, are we? I was just noticing the locket. You still carry it around with you. Of course I do. It has become my most valuable possession. He pulls the locket out and opens it. I'm startled when I see the small sheet of paper that's with my own words on it. My message to him is still there. Klaude smiles as he reads the words out loud. A normal rose would have withered, so I offer this one instead. In heartfelt thanks. I say nothing when he turns to look at me. Oh, your cheeks are red again. Your embarrassment is adorable, darling. I'm not embarrassed. I just didn't think he kept the words in there, or that they would ever mean so much to him. Yes, of course. You just have exponentially rosy cheeks, He pauses and he closes the locket again and looks at it fondly. I love this locket because it's the first gift you ever gave me. He was holding the locket as the beast too. It was half the reason why I recognized him. I jumped as Klaude gently taps on my nose with his finger. This locket isn't going anywhere anytime soon, I can assure you. I smile as he winks at me. Anyway, allow me to pull you back into the present. Since I promise you no more secrets, let me tell you something. Oh? Klaude looks away from me, his eyebrows furrowing, and I frown. I hope it's nothing serious. I'm nervous about sitting down to dinner with your father tonight. You're nervous? I start laughing without meaning to. You're laughing at my pain, princess? He pulls me closer and kisses the top of my head. But you're too flamboyant to be nervous. I'm confident, princess, not flamboyant. There's a difference. Right. Klaude's expression grows more solemn. He looks at me seriously, almost sad. Lucette, I'm so sorry about lying to you. This whole time I made it myself to be someone beautiful, someone I wasn't. I believe I was truly a good person on the inside, that I deserved good things, even though I was selfish. He's already apologized to me before, too many times. Klaude, you do not have to apologize. No, that witch was right to curse me. I've always had everything handed to me on a silver platter. When I came to Angielle, I believed that it was going to help break my curse. It wasn't important. Then I met you. At first I thought I would just have to get on your good side so that you could help dispel my curse. But then, Lucette, I realized that I was down on your confidence and commitment. But I could never admit to that I was in love with you. I was so scared that I would transform into a beast and you were scared of me. I would lose my chance of winning your heart. So you see, princess, I was selfish. I wanted you without having to give you all of me. I looked down where our hands were intertwined, and I gripped his fingers tighter. I told you enough times now that you have nothing to apologize for. But if you insist on apologizing, maybe you ought to do something to make it up to me. Those words are out of my lips before I can even think them. I stop suddenly, trying to ignore the hot flush on my cheeks. Klaude looks at me, puzzled. For a few moments, I feel triumphant that I caught him off guard. Then, the puzzled look fades away and Klaude grins at me. Oh, so forward. Forward? I open my mouth to apologize when he suddenly grabs my hand and tugs me down to the bed. Whoa, woo, alright! The instincts Klaude taught me in my sword fighting are quickly overwhelmed by my surprise in no time at all as he pins me down on the bed and looming just above me, smiling. Yeah! Okay. I'm disappointed. Princess, you knew my weakness and that you didn't even exploit it there. Your weakness? Yes. He leans closer to me and our noses almost touch. My weakness is you, Lucette. Aww, that's it's so sweet. He leans down and our lips finally meet. I relax into the contact, my earlier tensions melting away as the warmth flows through me. He pulls away and smiles at me. You see, I let my guard down in front of you. I let my guard down in front of him too. And only him. This whole time I've wanted to do was be able to touch him like this. His fingers move gently up my arm and lean down to kiss me again. Aww. Oh shit. The sound of knocking startles us both. A muffled voice comes through the door. Princess, the king is requesting your presence down in the dinner hall. He says that your friends have arrived. Princess? I heard the doorknob begin to turn as I quickly speak. Yes, I will be there in a minute. I will let him know, princess. First the curse, now this. It is as if the world is conspiring against us. He kisses me one more time on the forehead before slowly sitting up and running a hand through his hair. I catch the mischievous look in his eyes as I smooth down my own ruffled hair. Don't worry, Lucette. We'll finish this later. What does that mean? Excuse me, Klaude? What are you gonna finish later? I feel my cheeks flush. You say such uncouth things? Klaude chuckles before stands up and offers a hand. I take it and smile at him. I love you, Lucette. And now, as I get to say it many times like this, I love you too, Klaude. I stand up on my toes and plant a quick kiss on his lips before heading to the door. Let's go, Klaude. Oh, she's smiling! Oh, that's so sweet. Yay! This is good. I really enjoyed Klaude's story because with fairy tales, especially because like, you know, nowadays since Disney has taken on the fairy tale kind of things, they've been so corny and not in a bad way. Like, I do enjoy the Disney princess movies and whatever. I grew up on that, right? So I love them. But the real story of each fairy tale is completely different from the Disney stuff. They're much more darker. So I like that Cinderella phenomenon wasn't corny like that. You know what I mean? Again, nothing wrong with that, but I like that it wasn't corny. I liked it. I will say, even though the good ending was really sweet and very, you know, very like, oh, he's so romantic, like they broke the curse and whatever, I did like the bad ending. Cause I like angsty shit, like I like heartbreaking kind of stuff. But I did like the bad ending. Holy crap. I was just mad because I thought I didn't get it. And I'm upset about Fritz, that he died. And I'm pretty sure he was Varg, you know, it was pretty obvious. I think it was him. But yeah, I really enjoyed this game. Considering this game is a free game, the artwork is beautiful, the music is also beautiful, and the story, it wasn't bad either. It wasn't corny, it was good. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed both endings, because they were both very sweet. So, yeah, it was good. I'm happy that I finished it. So yeah, if you guys want to, once again, if you guys want to check the game yourself, to play it, it's free to play. You can get it on Steam or itch.io. And thank you again to Daisuke for mentioning this game to me. They emailed me like last year when the demo came out. So I'm so grateful for them for emailing me so that I could play their game. I'm so impressed, and I'm excited if they create more games in the future. I will definitely take a look at it. But now I have to decide which route I'm gonna do next. And I heard that I have to play like 3 routes first before I can unlock Waltz and Fritz, I believe. So it's up to Rod and Rumple. And I said in the demo that I was a little bit uncomfortable with playing Rod's route just because he's the stepbrother of Lucette. And to me, it's a bit weird. I know they're not blood related, but to me, it's very weird. I don't really like, oh, hey, that's cool. It turns to karma. That's awesome. But I don't like how it's just like that, you know what I mean? I might play Rumple first, but, you know, I'm gonna see what everyone says in the comments, so let me know which route you want to see next, and then I'll decide. But I most likely might play Rumple first, just because, again, he's also the flirty one, but his curse is the Rumpelstiltskin curse, where he doesn't remember anything. So, I'm pretty sure that'll be really interesting to see how that will play out. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed Cinderella Phenomenon, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think about the endings, the bad ending and the good ending. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite. And if you enjoyed Karma's story, or Klaude, I should say. And I'm so happy that, you know, we got AGirlAnd together, we got Lucette, that is their ship name, Lucette together, but Fritz died, and that made me really upset. Anyway, if you guys would like to support me on Patreon as well, there is a link in the description where you can check it out. You get early access to videos, extra videos that won't be on YouTube just for Patrons only, and a bunch of other cool stuff that you can get. Or if you would like to support me through buying my artwork, I have a link in the description to my store if you want to check it out. But yeah, I will take a little bit of break from Cinderella Phenomena, and then we'll come back to another route, and then we'll, you know, possibly, hopefully not get a bad ending, because, like, what the fuck? I was so upset when I got karmas. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Wow! Chris, you were a fucking asshole! You could have at least said... I was gonna wake you both up, but yeah, I didn't want to. Maybe next time you invite 2 people over, don't start fucking one of them. Oh, bye. Oh no!